comes a point in every man's life where he will realise that no one is coming to save him. He has to do this all on his own. And you have a choice. You can either accept this and thrive, or deny this and struggle to survive.
Hustling on hold, not safe for nights. 𝐂𝐐𝐒 in my veins, transcend the heights. Line sharp, cutting through steel, unleash the fights. Self-hypnosis, cold thoughts, wisdom ignites.
So, no one is coming to save you, and yet here you are, trying to figure out the answers, all on your own. My name is Tyson, and this is Tyson's Alchemy, and I am here to help guide you with some of the wisdom that I have learned from doing everything I've done all on my own. Up until now, that is, which I'll get to that. So life as a man can be very tough, can be very hard. If you are lucky enough to have brothers around you, if you grew up with great friends and great family, then the chances are you could be doing quite well. But if you're like me and you've always been a little bit different, and you didn't always have people around you, or the people around you didn't think like you did, so you were always pushing up against something that was trying to push back. Go work a normal job. Why can't you just be happy? Why can't you just settle for what you've got? Why can't you just get on with things? If you grew up around this type of environment, then you'll understand that it can be very difficult to grow. Now, there's a point where you go through difficulty, trauma, life-changing events, where you sit down as a man, or you look in the mirror and you really understand that it's all on you. It's all on you. No one can actually save you. You might have people in your life that are helpful, but no one is actually coming to save you. You need to get out of the situation that you want to get out of. You need to change your body if your body's not strong enough or good enough. You need to reach for that goal that no one can reach for you if you want to change your life. If you are unhappy in your situation, you need to do something about it. And you discover that as a man at some point. There's a certain point where you either feel a little bit low, or embarrassed, or ashamed for some people, or something bad happens. Yeah, something negative usually has to happen for you to realise, this is on me, this is all on me. The moment you take full responsibility for everything in your life and stop pointing the finger at other people, don't blame dad, don't blame mum, don't blame friends, when you realise it was actually you were the one that was holding yourself back, with little stupid habits maybe, or eating stuff you weren't supposed to be eating, staying up too late when you knew you shouldn't have been. Yeah, it comes down to very basic details, but it comes from that moment where you look in the mirror and you go, it's all me. Now, how do you change this? The tough part is breaking out of habits, breaking out of cycles, trying to break out from your environment is really tough, and it's an ongoing process. It doesn't just happen like that. You might be inspired or motivated one day, but there'll come a day, a few days later, where you're not going to feel inspired anymore. And so what happens then? Well, obviously that's where discipline comes in. You need to carry on fighting the good battle. You need to carry on moving towards your goals. This is where the men are made. The boys will give up. They'll want to indulge in pleasures. They'll want to take a little break. The men will realise in those moments that I need to carry on. No matter how much I feel like I want to stop. No matter how much I want to open that laptop and type in that browser. No matter how much I want to indulge in all that nice food. No matter how much I want to avoid that responsibility of the work that needs to be done. When you become a man is the day that you end up doing it anyway. You know it's right for you. You know it's what you need to do to make sure your future isn't fucked. So how did I go about implementing some of this? Because just like you, I've struggled with everything. I'm just a normal guy with not very good environment around him, and I've had to struggle and figure this out on my own, but I have found a way. And my way personally is self-hypnosis. I've used characters that I used to watch on TV, I use music that I used to always listen to, and I implant certain images in my head that I can use in difficult situations. I don't walk around watching TV all day and trying to hypnotise myself to certain stuff. No, I use things that I know make me feel a certain way. See, we all have feelings. We're all triggered. You might be unconscious from it. I'm now conscious of it. But we are triggered by everything around us. And I worked out a way that I could use those triggers to my benefit rather than to work against me. And you can too. Everything you watch, everything you scroll on social media is always affecting you. So if you want to be a better person, you want to be a better man, you want to strive towards those goals that you have, then you need to start implementing self-hypnosis. There's obviously many ways to success. There's many ways to be more disciplined. In fact, there isn't, is there? There's only one way to be disciplined, and that's to get the work done. But there's many ways to become the man that you want to be. Now, I'm just offering you one avenue that might work for you. Maybe you don't have a Tristan Tate in your life that's going to help steer you on. Maybe you don't have a Luke. Maybe you don't have people around you. Maybe you're like Tyson. You're just on your own, trying to figure it out. You can speak to people online, but they're not around you to help you. You're on your own. And I'm here to tell you that your best ally can be your mind, instead of it being your enemy. I promise you, once you fix your mind, your whole life can change. 1 year of head down, locked in, grinding, your whole life can change. I promise. It really can. No matter what you're going through now, no matter what your bad habits are, no matter what you're dealing with, it can change. And I was able to change it, obviously through hard work and dedication, but with self-hypnosis. Finding characters that I wanted to be like, using some of their traits and trying to implement them, then working on myself, going to the gym thinking, yeah, I'm going to do it like him, going to that business meeting thinking, yeah, I'm going to do it like him, because my old personality of who I was initially was trying his best, but he was stuck in that frame of mind where he's always dealt with it a certain way. Well, what if I went into that business meeting and acted like that other person, just temporarily, to get over the line and see how that works, and then you bind the two characters together and all of a sudden you've leveled up. I'm not the only one that does this. There's lots of celebrities that use alter egos. There's lots of people that have used a different character to get the job done. Don't walk around acting like different people, but they have used self-hypnosis to get from point A to point B. And hardly anyone I know, even online, is talking about this. It's incredibly powerful what the mind can do. If you were to close your eyes now and pretend to be someone that you admire, then in your head you can be them. You did this as a kid. You ran around playing Batman, Spider-Man, Power Rangers, whatever you were into. You've already done this. You already know how to do it. You just think it's uncool or something that you can't do now. You can. You probably daydream. You maybe even daydreaming now as you're watching this. Self-hypnosis can be powerful, but you can use all this against you if you're just watching stuff and digesting material that isn't good for you. Well, I'm saying, start digesting stuff that is good for you. Step one, yeah, great, you've done that, you're watching this. Now actually choose specifically what's coming up in your life. Right, what can I watch? Maybe you've got a business orientated style meeting. Well, then you could watch Suits, where they deal with problems in the business world and the law world. And you might be inspired by one of those characters. And you might see something that they're wearing maybe. Or you might see a type of stance that one of them does when they're dealing with something. Simply, you could just use something like that when you next go into your meeting and you're using some of those character traits. And just you doing that in your meeting will trigger the fact that they did that in their meeting and they were successful. You're not thinking about this in the moment, and you can. Start to think about the characters that you love and admire. Once you start to actually actively try and be like them in certain situations, you can then begin your self-hypnosis process, where you can integrate them into little subliminal messages into your head, so you can use them all the time whenever you want. The road to being a man can be tough, and it can be very lonely. Now, it won't be lonely forever. You'll meet people that can be helpful along the way, and you can meet people who are on your wavelength. If you are on your own at the moment, don't worry, it won't be forever. I'm here to help. There's lots of other people there to help if you look for them. But it all starts with yourself. Don't let yourself down, and begin your self-hypnosis journey now, because I promise you it works. It's like taking a super pill and you become a hero for an hour. It's not forever. It kind of wears off and you come back and you deal with your own life and you've got family to deal with and you've got, I know, different types of business or education to deal with. But I can provide you a super pill. You swallow it, you go deal with the issue, you come back leveled up. But you're not taking anything in, it's all mental. You just need to learn how to do it. So if you want to know more, I can go into more detail. But for now, just understand that you are on your own, but that's okay. You can do it. I believe in you. Begin your self-hypnosis journey.
No one's safe and no one's playing today. Gotta rise, gotta grind, pave my own way. With the mind, with the will, stand tall, never sway. In a fire, in a slave. Tyson, show the